Good morning, everybody. We have a mixed trade in the grain markets here early on Tuesday morning. It is 6:30 a.m. Central Time. May corn futures down 3 1/4 at 543 3/4. May soybeans are up 4 1/4 at 1442. May Chicago wheat up 8 cents at 654 1/2. May Kansas City wheat is up 2.5 cents at 624 1/4. Last night, I did a live stream on Facebook and on YouTube. It was regarding re-owning grain sales. It was part of my ongoing Grain Marketing 101 series. Thank you to everybody who tuned in and was able to watch live. If you were not able to watch live, the video is available on YouTube and on Facebook, and the audio is available on all of the podcast apps. So certainly go and check that out. It was a good interactive conversation. We had a lot of questions, a lot of question and answer type stuff, and I hope to keep doing these, at least once every couple weeks. And I'd really like to settle into a set time of day and week and do it, at least once every 2 weeks, if not once every week. And remember, guys, as always, if you need some help from me, go to my website, www.standardgrain.com. Go to that website, click on Grain Marketing Plan here in the upper right-hand corner. If you would like to know what I'm doing every single day of the week, everything from overnight headlines to grain marketing recommendations, when I'm looking to capture carry, charts, option strategies, all sorts of real in-depth stuff that I just can't get to in these videos and podcasts, certainly check this deal out. To get into the headlines here this morning, we do have a USDA report today. This is the monthly crop production and WASDE report. It will be out at 11 o'clock a.m. Central Time. The trade generally expects a friendly tone here versus last month, and I'll put the estimates on the screen here. In regard to the U.S. corn carryout for 2021, we're looking for a number near 1.47 billion bushels. That would be down from 1.502 last month. Soybeans kind of similar. We're looking for a small reduction. 117 is what's expected versus 120 last month. In wheat, we're looking for just a very small increase. 839 is the average trade guess versus 836 last month. So I'm not quite sure what USDA will do today. I think there are a lot of people who believe that they still need to come up with their export projections for both corn and soybeans, given the strong pace of sales and shipments. When you look at the global numbers, we're looking for some tighter corn and soybean numbers. Wheat pretty much flat, and there could be some adjustments to the South American numbers. I think some people think the Argentina numbers need to move lower. Maybe the Brazil numbers don't do a whole lot. In any case, as I've said before, this is not the most important report of the month. The more important March report, of course, is the March 31st prospective plantings report. U.S. ethanol is headed to China. Reuters reported this morning that 3 ships carrying U.S. ethanol were bound for China from the Gulf Coast. These shipments alone could surpass last year's total in regard to U.S. ethanol shipments to China. Back in January, ADM CFO said that China had bought 200 million gallons roughly. That's about 4.7, 4.8 million barrels of U.S. ethanol for delivery for the first half of this 2021 calendar year. So I guess that this makes sense, and this is something that had been rumored or maybe even expected. This was a quote from one source in China. Domestic grain prices keep rising, which has pushed up prices of domestic ethanol and created great profit margin for importing ethanol. So we'd love to see some more ethanol exports. We could certainly use it, and we could use a stronger ethanol grind here in the U.S. Soybean harvest in Brazil continues at a slow pace. Ag Rural says that the crop is 35% harvested as of last Thursday versus 49% last year. This was a quote from Ag Rural. With high humidity for the past few weeks in regions of Mato Grosso and in north and northeast of the country, quality problems have been increasing. In addition, the large amount of soy leaving fields with high humidity has caused lines of trucks at warehouses because the standardization of the batches has been consuming more time due to excess damp. So in any case, they're behind by a couple of weeks. They may get a better window here, I think in the 7 to 14 day period. Ag Rural estimates that only 54% of the country's second corn crop has been planted versus 80% last year. U.S. corn shipments were strong last week. USDA reported that exporters shipped 1.54 million metric tons. That's about 61 million bushels. There was also an upward revision for the prior week. So exporters in regard to corn have now shipped 47% of what's been sold for the marketing year. You're really going to need to see a strong pace of shipments continue really for the remainder of the marketing year to hit these targets, but it's certainly possible. Friday is last trading day for March grain futures. Make sure you take a look at any remaining open positions there. The cattle market finished yesterday with some marginal gains. The hog market was also up marginally. We had a mixed trade in the boxed beef yesterday. No cash cattle established yet this week. In the outside markets, the Dow Jones is up 150 points. S&P's up 38. Gold's up 24 bucks. Big move there. We've got the U.S. dollar lower after a trade into some fresh multi-month highs yesterday. Crude oil is up 40 cents in the April WTI at 65.44. You've got the bonds sharply higher as well. Remember, if you guys need some more information, check out my website. Everybody have a great day today. I will talk to you same time.